Hey y'all, it's Taryn. It is Sunday, May 10th. Welcome. Happy Mother's Day. Um, I hope y'all have had a great week. It was a pretty good week here. No sheds blew over or anything like that, so we're going to count that as good. Stressful week at the office. That has not let up at all. Some things are more stressful than others because there's just not a good way to deal with them. I think I've alluded before to the fact that we have quite a few older clients, quite a few clients who are moving into dementia and or Alzheimer's. One of them was in this week, and he gets angry. He's angry and aggressive in his loss of memory. So that was a little tough to deal with because he's remembering something that has not happened in the only 2 years that he's been our client. So how do you deal with that? I don't know. Finally, his wife made him leave so they could go home because I was not satisfying his questions. But by the time they got home, he's forgotten, so he hasn't called me back being angry yet. Anyway, that's really hard to deal with. It's very stressful. I get what they're going through, and we have many clients that I may talk with a dozen times about the same thing, answering the same question, and I get it, and that doesn't frustrate me. And it's not even that he was frustrating me. He was angry, and he was, frankly, a little bit scaring me. So, anyway, all's well that ends well. I think that he's forgotten, hopefully, and that will be the end of it. Because I'm not going to be able to give him an answer that is going to make him happy. So, anyway, Stitch Mania continues. I have kept up with it. I am so proud of myself. So, I guess we'll get to it. Last Sunday, and I happen to have these in the order, so I guess I can tell them to you in the order. Last Sunday was a new start for me, and I started this Artiste Mini Kit, this little dream catcher. I figured that would be pretty easy, but last Sunday is when we were coming home from being out at the cabin on the river. After this week, on Friday morning when we were at the office and it wasn't getting better, Dax came in and was like, I liked last Friday better. Me too. Me too, babe. But, so anyway, I did not stitch on the way home. I did this before we left, and that's really all that I got done. Do I need to put stuff behind here? Does that help? Maybe. I don't know. So anyway, just a little bit done, but it's Stitch Mania. For Stitch Mania, that's like a lot, right? And then on Monday, I worked on Mason Jars by Dimensions. And yeah, I know. I complain and whine about Dimensions kits all the time, and I have a lot of them. Yeah, what's wrong with me? I got, let's see, Mason Jars. I have my mania written down here. My projects in the year they were started. It says NS if it's a new start this year. Mason Jars, I started in 2017. So this is my third year working on this one. And I am all the way to here. I know, right? That is so freaking impressive. I gotta say though, I have a jar. It actually finally looks like a jar. However, this is something that I got on there. I really don't know what it is. That little black dot. I actually think it might be a flake of waterproof mascara. I get the Ipsy boxes. I used to get boxes from Sephora every month. Now they're from Ipsy. But I think this one was from Sephora. And if it's a flake of mascara that's waterproof, I'm not sure how to get it off. I was really hoping that jar was going to cover it, but as you can see, it's one spot shy. So I guess that's just going to be what we do. On, where am I up to? Tuesday? And my calendar too. Look, I have all kinds of stuff down here. Tuesday. This one, Be Thankful. This was a kit I got somewhere. There's no telling. This is how it'll look when it's done in 100 years. I started this one last year. So there you go. Looky there. You can see that what I worked on was what fit in my hoop. My hoop was like right here, I think. I had that much done when I started. This year, that's all I got. So I got the word, the branch, and some of the berries in it. I went ahead and finished up Laugh. It'll say Live, Love. This is the actual fabric. So it's got a long way to go. But on the other side of Laugh is the basket with the pumpkins. And I really wanted to do that, but I'm afraid if I just go ahead and do that, then I won't want to do any of the rest of it. So I've looked ahead on here. My Mania pieces, kind of looked to see what's coming. I actually pulled them all. They're in a box right here. I pulled them all and put them in the order that they go in. I don't see anything getting done during Mania this year, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, I worked on this one, this little bookmark. It's a free pattern, but I don't want to show her pattern. If you're interested, let me know. And yes, it has the website on here. It has the web address. Good Lord, I can't think today. So anyway, I started this one last year too, and this is how far I've gotten. Last year I got these 3 books done, so this is what I did this year. And this book is the one that Snoopy is standing on, so once I finish that book up, I'll get to actually start on Snoopy, which will make me happy. No, you don't need to see the project bag, right? That's not for Snoopy. For Snoopy, I have one of these expensive project bags. One of these fancy ones. That one this is a trilogy. Would it be better if I take it out of here? I started this one in 2018. I bought this probably off of eBay. I really don't know where I got it. It was the whole kit. It came with the thread and the fabric and everything, and I'm doing it on what it came with. And this is...
Emma,
what?
Jacob and I are going to get food and some other stuff.
Okay.
Anything while we're out?
No, ma'am.
Alright.
Thank you.
We will be back shortly.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you too. Thank you. They would be embarrassed as I'll get out if they know I'm filming. What's on here is his hat right there, and then the snowman. He's like maybe down to the bottom of that fringe right there. The fringe comes on afterwards. So, let's see, do I need to... So I made progress. I only had this part right here done. His head and this part on this side of the scarf. So I did all of this and anything under the scarf in the little the little blue hat. So, and like I said, that was an 18 start, so it's obviously going to take me forever. And then, what was that? What day? This is Friday. God, we're almost done. Polyvon Friendship Quilts. I love Polyvon. At one time, I had visions of stitching every Polyvon pattern ever. I can't manage to make it through this one. This is where I am. I started this one in 2016. 2016, y'all. And I've worked on it in between. When I started for Mania this time, these only had a little bit of color in them. So I filled those in, and then I went to continue this around because I had it across here and realized it was the wrong color across there. So I had to frog that and stitch it in again and come around. I'm going to be so happy just to get this swing finished. Oh my word. Anyway, it would be better if I didn't have to keep pulling things out that I've stitched. And then today, today's Sunday. Yesterday, I worked on, I'm sorry, my hair is has a mind of its own today. Every day. I worked on Christmas Gentleman. I started Christmas Gentleman also in 2016, but I'm farther along than I am on that Polyvon piece. I think it's Friendship Quilts. Anyway, so here we are. I finished up all of the stitching on this Santa, so the next time I pick this up, I can backstitch him and keep going with my borders and hopefully get him done. I only have 2 more Santas to go, but since I started this in 2016, you can tell they're not going all that quickly. But I did notice when I was working on this Santa, I came across the fact that I had a Christmas project bag that wasn't being used, so I moved Santa into it. See that? I don't always buy fancy project bags, but when I do, there's a Pluck brand. It's true. So, that's been my stitching. I am actually quite pleased with the progress that I've made on each piece. God, words. Today they seem to be a problem. Anyway, I am pleased with progress that I have made on each piece. I've stuck to working on that piece for the time I have available in the morning, and that seems to have really helped me get some extra progress. What is the deal? Oh my gosh. I can just see it over here. It's like waving at me. Anyway, I'm happy. I'm happy with the progress that's been made. And even though I complain, it's still progress. It may not be as much as I want it to be, but I keep having to go to work. So until I get over that, I guess I'll just have to take what I can get. Let's see, anything else around here? The other night when I got home, there was a little mouse he was walking along this edge of the sidewalk, kind of just minding his own business, And I thought, that's weird that this mouse doesn't care that I'm walking up. And Addison came outside, and Wyatt came outside, and the little mouse didn't care. And I tried to give him a fighting chance. Don't get me wrong, I don't want mice in my garage. I don't want them in my house. But I try not to go out onto our property and get rid of the wildlife. If it lives away from the house, then I'm live, be free. I think Usti had already been playing with him a little bit, as cats will do before they actually kill something. I tried to give him a running chance. He was running towards the trees. I tried to distract her, but I guess it didn't work because the next morning when I got up, his head only was on the sidewalk. So I wish she'd quit leaving things. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, that's pretty gross. Welcome to my world. Anyway, I hope y'all are having a wonderful Stitch Mania time. I hope things are going well, that you're getting your stitching done. I've seen several people talking about losing their stitchy bug and they just don't want to stitch. Don't push it and don't fret about it. I think that it makes it worse when you start to fret about it, that it just makes it like, oh my God, what if it never comes back? And then you just get all worked up and it makes it worse. So don't do that. I did this week get some happy mail, an envelope in the mail from Shelly, and it was so sweet what she sent me. She even went to the trouble because where she was, she only had a window envelope, and she went to the trouble to Frankenstein this envelope to get it to me so that the address would fit like it's supposed to. Shelly sent me the 921 I'm missing to finish the cat. What is her name? Kitty, or something like that, on the Brooks books. So I'm going to have to work on that because that is so sweet. Thank you, Shelly. My daughters think this is just the best group of friends ever, and they would be right. And then because Shelly is a smart aleck, Shelly sent me Classic Colorworks Dandelion. That's the color, Dandelion. Dandelion stem, I'm sorry. It's the stem. So I'm going to have to figure something out to make with that because Shelly's a smart aleck and she knows that I absolutely appreciate and approve of her smart aleck nature. I love it. So my husband thinks we're all nuts, but that's okay too. As long as it makes us happy, right? So anyway, I think that's really all I've got for now. I was thinking that someone needs to tell Dina with half stitch, cross stitch, and maybe we all need to tell her, Dina, quit finishing everything you're starting for Mania. You're making the rest of us look bad. Really. Have y'all watched her? Have you seen how much stuff she is finishing? She's unbelievable. Anyway, at least she's getting it done. Man, you got to give her kudos for that. Or a hard time. Okay, really, I think that's all that I have. This is a quick one. I apologize if you could hear Dax in the background weed eating. Right now, he's like way over on the other side of the house, so you can't hear him. But as soon as I start to record, he's like right here, because of course. But if you could hear him, I apologize. Welcome, new subscribers. I'm glad to have you here. Thank you to all of my returning subscribers. Thank you for your comments. And like last time I said that I was going to go answer comments, I lied. I've read them all. I'm having trouble with it letting me know that I have comments. I actually have to go look. It notifies YouTube, I'm talking about, notifies me of some things and not of others. I have no idea why. Although I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that it's my phone because we need to go buy new phones, but we absolutely hate the process of doing that and the idea, so we put it off. I got a message, a voicemail from my brother on Monday that was like a month old. I don't know, but it came through on Monday, so there you go. The problem could be my phone, but regardless, doesn't matter. I appreciate your comments. And I hope everybody has a wonderful week. I am going to continue on with Stitch Mania, but I think this afternoon I'm going to work on Miss Kitty. So, anyway, we will see you here next time. Thanks, y'all. Bye.